Chicago. My guest right now, well, not really my guest, my partner is one of the people who makes it possible that our magazine comes out every week. I'd like to welcome the StreetWise Street Scene, the one and only Brittany Langmeyer. Welcome to StreetWise Street Scene. What's happening, Brittany?
Hey, Greg. Thanks for having me, as usual.
And let's talk about what's in the streets right now on StreetWise Street Scene here with our vendors in the StreetWise Magazine.
Okay, well, this week we have a whole issue dedicated to the election, obviously. It's a really appropriate time. And we've noticed that there is one topic that is loosely being discussed, and that's the issue of poverty.
Okay.
The candidates have touched on it here and there, but really it's not being focused on, and StreetWise wants to explore that dialogue and bring that to the forefront.
Okay.
So we have two different columnists, or not columnists rather, but two different individuals who were interviewed. First, we have Peter Edelman. He was a longtime Democratic Party policymaker, and he wrote a book called So Rich, So Poor, Why It's So Hard to End Poverty in America. And so I want to read a piece from this issue. He wrote, low-wage work means that 108 million Americans have income below twice the poverty line, or $38,000 for a family of three. And while another 20 million have incomes below half the poverty line, or $9,500 for a family of three, Edelman said. This number has doubled in the last 40 years, and that went from 3.3% to 6.6%.
Wow.
So this is really severe, and it's just not being discussed, and it's not being considered a really important matter, which, as we know at StreetWise, it is. It's very important. And then we also have another article featuring Keenan Heiss. He's a retired Chicago Tribune reporter.
Okay.
And he recently wrote a book as well. It's called The Book of the Poor, and it has similar topics, similar to the topics that Peter Edelman covers. He wrote, democracy is uniquely under duress now because the top 1% of our nation has gained control of so much of the wealth. Democracy has to be moving forward by including more people and excluding less. The biggest group of people who are excluded are really poor, especially those who are sent to prison instead of being given a chance to get a job and earn money. So pick up this issue, explore the topic of poverty, realize the importance it has in this election, and I hope StreetWise can be a part in your education on the matter and inspire you to vote for, well, you know who to vote for.
We want you to get out there, Chicago, and definitely vote. Very important times. You know, you help put together this magazine every week. You know, I think you and Susan do an awesome job, but we also have vendors who are part of the process.
Absolutely, and without those vendors, we wouldn't have a magazine. So I want to feature one of our longtime and most upstanding vendors, Rourke Moody. Moody actually recently had open heart surgery, and we haven't heard from him yet. He's been in recovery. But this is a poem, and I think it's appropriate to read this poem to you. It's called Life. And he wrote, this is a haiku, he wrote, life is a rough game. There are no rules to follow. Just keep on living. So we have Moody in our prayers and in our thoughts, and we hope he's doing great, and we miss him, and we can't wait till he's back on the street selling those StreetWise.
All right. You know, Moody, hey, keep your head up, my brother. We got to have you back. You know, you'll catch Moody when he does come back, and I'm definitely sure he's going to come back on Michigan and Randolph. Yep. Okay. And we also have another section in our magazine that we want our viewers to really be a part of, and that's the snap a pic of your vendor.
Yeah, we love featuring vendors and their customers. It's one of our most popular sections. So if you have a favorite vendor that you see every week and you want to snap a photo with your phone or with your camera, go right ahead and you can send that to me at blangmeyer@streetwise.org.
blangmeyer@streetwise.org. That's been a real popular section in our magazines for Chicago. We definitely want you guys to continue to send on those photos and the comments. You know, we realize that our vendors have regular customers that help support their business on a weekly basis, and without you, Chicago, the support that you give to our vendors, I don't think StreetWise would be here today.
We would
so
not.
Let's see, sending them pictures to blangmeyer@streetwise.org. Brittany, thank you very much.
You are welcome.
For sharing that information with us. What our readers can find on the streets right now, the StreetWise vendor near them. And another one of the sections that we have that's very popular is this right here, Chicago, our vendor profile. All right, Ahmad Mayfield, that's my guy. Ahmad was on StreetWise StreetScene last week, and he's our vendor profile this week. Ahmad, the quote from him, I can use this as a reference. I put it on my resume that I have been doing something with my time through StreetWise. Ahmad definitely works it like a job, and he's definitely a good example of using StreetWise as a stepping stone.